Okay, hi boys and girls from Robert Townsend. In this video we're going to cover what we learned today, which was the G chord and the E minor chord and the new style of strumming. So great effort guys, by the way. You had 2 weeks off. Some of you guys practiced and got some good results. Some of you didn't practice and you still had some good results. So either way, keep up the good work guys. I'm very proud of you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to relearn the G chord and the E minor chord that we did today, and then I'm going to show you the new strumming and how to break it down into 2 pieces so that it becomes a lot easier. So first, let's learn our chords. Okay, so first chord is G. So the ring finger goes on the bottom, middle finger goes on the top, and our first finger goes on the 5th string. So third finger on the bottom, second finger on the top, third finger on the 5th. And that gives us our G chord. And we strum all the strings for this chord. So look at the diagram on the screen, look at my chord, look at your chord, and make sure you understand how the diagram explains this chord. If you don't, make sure you ask me during the lesson and I'll teach you how to read the chord diagrams, because this is very important. So the next chord is E minor. That'll be on the screen now. To change to E minor from G is quite easy. We just take these 2 fingers off, slide that back a little tiny bit to make room for this one just underneath it. And that's E minor. This also has all the strings strummed. So there are 2 chords that we've learned this week, and I need you to practice changing between those. So it's quite an easy change. See how I do it? Just a slight movement of the first finger, and it makes it a lot quicker. G, E minor, G, E minor. Okay, now we're going to learn the strumming. Now, the strumming, you remember, was a little bit difficult for some of you guys at first, but you did play it well when you played along with me. So I'm going to play it once I finish showing it to you and explaining it properly. I'm going to play it for you and we'll play together. So you play along with me in the video. If you can't keep up, slow it down. There are settings on YouTube that you can drop the speed down to 75%. Okay, but I don't think any of you guys will need that, but just remember the option is there. So let's do the strumming. We'll do it with a E minor chord, for an example. So I'll put our E minor chord on. Now we're going to strum the strings. The first half of the strumming is down, down, up. Remember that your upstrokes are just a flick. Doesn't matter how many strings you get. If you strum all of them, it won't sound very good. So we just want to casually flick it. Just relax and just flick a couple of strings. Remember that. So down, down, up is the first half. And the second half is up, down, up. Same rules apply with the upstroke. Half, just a flick. So down, down, up, down, up. Put it all together and we get this. Down, down, up, down, up. And then it just repeats over and over again. Now I'm going to do that now and you can play along with me doing the E minor chord and just strumming continuously. I'm going to do it reasonably slow and hopefully you can keep up with me. Ready? Down, down, up, down, down. Now I'm going to change to a G. Once you get comfortable with this, a little bit more practice, you can try changing between the chords. So do one strum, up, down, with G, then change to E minor, and then back. So we change between the 2 chords. Okay, that's all for this week's lesson. So I'd like you to practice the strumming. Memorize the chords G and E minor. You can watch this video as many times as you like, and you can replay this strumming section so you can play along with me. That's the best way to practice, okay? Practice along with me and you'll get this strumming a lot faster, and we can start learning more chords to strum and we can learn some bigger songs. Okay guys, that's all for this week. I will see you next week. Please practice. I appreciate all the effort you're putting in, but we can always do it a little bit more. So even 10 minutes a day will help guys. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.